The gym, the place where people go after being heartbroken from a relationship. Also someone who's heartbroken that they lost an arm wrestle in the 7th grade 9 years ago. The never-ending chase to progressively lift heavier and heavier weights as you slowly develop into a meathead who only thinks in reps and sets. Either that, or you become the type of person who puts on a whole fit just to take half the time pacing around for 3 hours after putting in one good set. But despite whatever kind of gym goer you are, you're most likely listening to music to get you through the session. Scrolling through songs in between sets to find the perfect song for the exercise you're about to do, or waiting for the song to finish before you start your next set. But depending on the type of person you are and how long you've been going to the gym, your music may vary a bit. So here's everything you need to know to keep up to see what people are bumping in the gym, basically. Level 1 is what most people would call basic, even though it is a wide spectrum, because the usual listener to this kind of music would be a gym beginner or someone that doesn't take it super serious but just goes to, keep their body in shape. The kind who will skip the warm-up, go straight to the big list, or the guy that has the same song for every exercise that he repeats day in and day out for 10 years, it seems like. They still aren't 100% comfortable, so there's still something slightly embarrassing about it all to them. Their eyes are bouncing all around the room, even though in reality nobody actually cares all that much. All right, man, you got this. Just focus on the reps. Is that guy getting closer? Oh no, he's coming over to me. Hey, how many sets you got left? 2 sets. He's definitely judging me on my form. Wow, that guy kind of sucks. The main thing that makes pop fitting for them is the optimistic energy, the type of energy that's more fun and playful than others. And because of the simpler rhythm it has, usually in like a 4-to-the-floor pattern, it makes it very easy to pace out reps and breathe in between each one. Some notable mainstream artists you will see a lot of people listening to, some including me, would be The Weeknd, The Kid Laroi, Michael Jackson, The Neighborhood, and White Woman with Blonde Hair, and White Woman with Brown Hair. Some smaller ones to check out are Jonah Zed, Austin Coven, Fever. He might be kind of hard to find, so look up Overcomplicating since it's one of his songs. Check out Internet Girl, Gene Dawson, sometimes makes some pop leaning songs, and Dev Lemons. Level 2 is where you start to explore sounds that give you a bit of a different energy. The people who listen to it might be a little more comfortable with everything, but still have those moments where they're unsure what to do when they walk over to the weight rack to get a dumbbell for their exercise, only to find everything but the one weight they need for that exercise because the others are way too heavy for what they're trying to do. It's fine. I'll just do some push-ups instead. What works about EDM is that it builds up stamina, since a lot of the songs have like a long build before the drop, which is good for bursts of energy to keep pushing. After the lack of sleep catches up and the 20 scoops of pre-workout you took in your bedroom half naked in the morning finally starts to wear off. The popular artists I listen to in this genre are mainly Daft Punk, some Toro y Moi songs, and Kaytranada. Charlie XCX and Artemis are pretty big too. Some smaller ones to look out for are Sam Galatry, Blood Cultures, Take Van, and Underscores. Level 3, the place where many kids go and stay at. By this point, you're pretty comfortable working out and it flex with the music since you still haven't switched it up in a little while. You're doing fine, but just stuck on the cycle of doing the same reps with the same weight and the same exercises. And while the music isn't necessarily bad, you could use some expansion. Hey bro, what are you listening to? Kendrick. The appeal for conscious rap is that it usually has strong lyricism, so there will probably be something relatable to you, or cause you to think about things that you might not normally consider. And the production has a lot of variety, where it could be faster and a heavier song with booming drums, while it could also be a song with luscious strings or keys, with a soulful edge. It can often sonically age well. You have your well-known in this genre like Kendrick, J. Cole, Kanye, and Drake sometimes, as well as Logic and Jid, but you should also check out Coast Contra. Level 4, now is where you really start to get into the numbers of everything that you're doing and how much you're lifting, which causes you to start ego lifting anything to move more weight than the next guy. It may stem from an insecurity, might want to check in on that, but nonetheless, you're jacked, so like who really cares, right? No one's gonna confront you about it, except that knowing guy inside your head, constantly going on about morals and ethics, all that annoying, useless stuff. You're insecure because you don't think you matter without big biceps, but you would feel better if you made your self-worth based on more fulfilling standards that also benefit other people. Or I could hit another set of bicep pushdowns. Hyperpop is good for its maximalist energy because of its super high BPM and wide variety of unique sounds. It's very chaotic, but it does share similarities with other genres of rap, more specifically some trap in there with the hi-hats and the kicks and some of the snares. But some popular artists in this genre are 100 gecs, Jane Remover, Eric DOA, Glaive, Rebecca Black, 2 Hollis, Netspend, and a smaller one would be Funeral. Level 5, this is where you start to go off the deep end. You see the potential you have, so you start doing the, drugs, kind of like a certain group of people. You don't really care about the repercussions it has because they're so far away. It's hard to really even like comprehend them. So you keep trucking along. Rock is pretty good for, you know, the gritty groove it brings to the table, along with its real instrumentation and adaptability. You already know the big artists in rock like Arctic Monkeys, Cage the Elephant, Tame Impala, you know, his early stuff. But some others are Inhaler, Bad Nerves. Also, Gene Dawson has some rock songs too. Yves Tumor and Citizen. Since these are subgenres of rap, they have all the same positives as conscious rap, but a different variety of influence that give it a modern feel. The big boys are Future, Young Thug, Travis Scott, Gunna, Lil Baby, Yeat, Cardi for trap, while Boom Bap has MF Doom, Wu-Tang Clan, Freddie Gibbs, Griselda Clan, Logic Again, Joey Valence and Bray, and Joey Badass, while smaller artists would be Gunner, Halo Kubrick, Vialis, Truth the Bell, and Koi. By now, you don't go to the gym just to look good. You go because you have to. It's like a form of therapy at this point. As long as you go, you know, 4 to 5 times a week, everything is okay. Everything's all right. You miss one session and you'll backslide really hard. The final level where you are a Greek god, the main character, if you will. You will take any challenge head on, knowing and excited that it'll be difficult. A true beacon of inspiration. A real role model for the people back on level 1.
Wow, you're really big.
Ah, yes, my children. Come, let me show you the magic. Metal is the best for the gym, in my opinion, because of the crushing instrumentals, passionate vocals, and unbelievable high energy all around, with some of the most intense build-ups known to man. You've probably heard of the bands such as, you know, Deftones, Bring Me the Horizon, Linkin Park, System of a Down, Korn, Loathe, The Plot in You, Bad Omens, Knocked Loose, Slipknot, but check out Thornhill, Avoid, Ocean Grove, Banks Arcade, Via Nova, Oralize. It is a U, it looks like a V, but they said they did it because it looks cool, so it's not Averlize, it's Oralize, which is a word, but I forgot what it means. Invent Animate, which sometimes gets hard to say because it's 2 verbs, so it's kind of awkward to say sometimes. Bleed, which is from Dallas, because there aren't that many bands that I know of that are from Dallas that I like, at least. Head Wreck and Belmont. There are some if you want some new workout music, which I think you should, you know, expand a little bit so you don't have to keep listening to the same predetermined generic Spotify playlist over and over again.